Hi, welcome to the channel. I'm Mike. That's the Scout over there. That's the Jeep. Actually, sorry. I am sorry. I apologize. That is not a Jeep. It's not a Jeep. It's not a GPW. It's not a Ford. It's a Willys MB. It's a 1943 Willys MB. I think I've talked about it a couple of times on the channel. So, as you know, on this channel, I mainly work on the Scout, but every once in a while I got something else I'm going to work on. So this is my other vehicle. That's my other Jeep over there. That is a Jeep. Not that you guys care about that. But this one. So what are we doing today? We're pulling the engine out on this. Why? Why are we pulling the engine? The rear main seal on this leaks like a sieve. And I think it's got low oil pressure too. And when I say low, at like idle, it's got like 5 psi. When you start driving, it bumps up to like 20, 25 psi. But at idle, it's got like 5 psi. And I think it's either the number 2 or number 3 cylinder rod bearing is bad. So anyways, so we're gonna pull that out because it's just easier to work on it that way. I already got the fender off because I kind of started doing this the other day and then was like, oh, I should shoot a video about it. But also, I think one thing I'm going to try and do, so it's got the stock drivetrain. It's got the Go Devil engine. It's got the Go Devil engine. It's got the T84 transmission. What's the transfer case? Spicer 18 transfer case. And then the axles. I actually don't know what axles it has. They're stock axles. So maybe you guys could help me with that. Tell me what they are. Whatever stock MB axles are, that's what it's got. Maybe Dana 27 in the front and Dana 41 in the rear. I don't know. You guys tell me. But I got this extra T90 that I got freed up and rebuilt. It's a Spicer 18 also, but it's newer. It's got the bigger center shaft. I think it's a 1 1/4 versus the one that comes stock in this is an inch or an inch and an eighth or something. Anyways, this one's newer. It's probably a little bit bigger from what I understand. And the gears are synchroed in this one. It's kind of a little bit more stout. It's not a direct bolt in. Well, it is a direct bolt in. It's going to bolt up to this engine just fine. But we're gonna have to make a couple of modifications inside the tub of the MB. It needs a bigger doghouse and stuff. Anyways, enough rambling. Let's get started. We're gonna take off the engine, pull the radiator, pull the engine out, and just kind of go along that route. I already did drain the radiator. I've been letting it drain for a couple of days because I started working on this and then kind of forgot. So let's get started. Also, I got these Hardy gloves. Not a sponsor. Harbor Freight is not a sponsor. I just go to Harbor Freight often. But I got these 7 mil gloves that are textured. They're the large. I like these a lot. They should work pretty good. I've actually never used these. I usually use these ones, the Glove Works, but these are XLs. There's only one glove left in the box, so I don't know. But let's get moving on this thing. All right. Well, we got the whole kind of the front end of the engine done, taken apart. So we got the radiator out, battery taken out, saving some of the bolts here, air cleaner out. I just disconnected the positive and negative off the battery because it's basically connected to the engine. There are a couple of grounds that go from the engine to the body and to the battery, so I took those off, disconnected the temperature sender, disconnected the coil, disconnected the starter. So actually on this engine, this is I believe it's a Toyota Land Cruiser high torque starter, and it works amazingly well. On this side, we got the exhaust taken care of, disconnected the fuel line, disconnected the choke, disconnected the gas pedal here, and then the engine mounts. So now we're going to drop underneath, because we are taking the transmission transfer case out. I got to get underneath, disconnect the drive lines, drop the transmission cross member and disconnect that, as well as like the bushing and stuff, and then we should be able to just pull this all out as one unit. So let's get down there and get this taken apart. All right, I do kind of want to give you guys like a little Tech Tip Tuesday again. So you can see this driveline doesn't turn, so I can get the bottom little U-bolt out that holds this in, but I can't get to the top very good because this is an MB and it doesn't have locking hubs as lockouts. So if I wanted to free this up to spin it, even though the transfer case is in neutral, the front hubs, not hubs, are locked in, so I can't spin this around. So I got to kind of adjust it the best I can to get to these. This is what I mean about the doghouse cover for the MB versus like a 2A or something. This is flat, and so the T90 has a lot larger hump. So on the 2As and stuff, I believe this comes straight out to right here and then goes down. So I got to find a new doghouse cover, but for now we'll just take this one off and we'll just leave it off and work with what we got for now. Now you can get a pretty much a better view. You can see this is flat on here, and let's walk over here to the T90. So you can see this is where the T84 is flat, but then the T90's got this bump and a lot taller tower right here. So you're gonna have to figure that out too. I think we got everything disconnected. I thought I was filming when I took the transmission cross member off, but I guess not. Whatever. So I got the cross member off. I got the clutch pedal disconnected because it connects. It's got a little rod that goes from the frame to the transmission. I got that disconnected. Drive lines are disconnected. All the shifters and everything's disconnected. So I think now we are to the point where I'll put the little hoist, little chain hoist on there, and we'll get the engine hoist, and we'll lift this bad boy out. So that was a lot more painful than I expected. The shifters for the transfer case, I should have took those off. They wouldn't come out though. I could not get them to budge loose. Yeah, those are not budging loose. And I know what you guys are going to say. There's no screw. There's no retainer screws in it. I took them both out, or I took the one out. Anyways, we got the engine out. I'll set it down. I'll disconnect the transmission, slide it off, get the rear main fixed. Definitely not tonight. I'll probably clean up some stuff in the engine bay. Kind of just clean some stuff up. I think I'm going to clean up the bracket for the brakes. Yeah, but let's find a place for this to set it down for a minute, and then we'll get working on some other stuff. Put the engine away. I left the little engine hoist thing on it because, I mean, I'll probably be needing that again soon. But you can see, so a little dirty. Gonna clean up some of the wires and stuff, make it look a little bit more original, clean up like these red wires and stuff. I'm gonna make a new battery tray, so I'm gonna cut that one out, make a new battery tray. But yeah, stick around. This is actually just part one of working on the MB. I got a lot of stuff that I have planned over the next I don't know, couple of parts for this. It's probably not going to be in sequence because, you know, you start working on stuff, you get bored, and you want to go out and do something. So I'm going to leave the Scout up and running. I'm not going to work on that. I'm not going to have two down vehicles at the same time. So I'll probably be taking some trips in the Scout while I'm working on the MB. So stick around. Don't forget to like, subscribe. Definitely share these videos if you like them. That really helps me out. It gets it out there. And if you guys want to see anything else, like you see something that I do, you guys see something that I have, or something sketchy that I did, like let me know. You know, I'm open to feedback. I'm also open to answer any questions. If you guys have any questions about anything that I'm doing here, or that I'm working on, or whatever, let me know. So, all right, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.